This forum does not reflect the official opinion of the Corn Mafia Guild. Rather, it serves as a platform for members and guests to express their individual perspectives and opinions. We hope to create an environment where a variety of topics and conversations can take place, ultimately enriching the experience of our members and guests. We value and respect diverse opinions, and we encourage all to engage in respectful discourse.
Hello. I think we need to change that intro because we have
Bad enough we don't even have him up here as a co-host, but he's
up here as a co-host. I invited him up. What the hell, man? Yeah, he's invited. He must be relaxing today.
Well, good for him. Good for him.
I hope we're not having a problem with him popping up here today.
Hopefully not.
Maybe he can DM me through Discord so I know what's going on.
Slide on in there, Scruffy.
He was probably doing something.
Oh, there he is.
He's driving.
Driving?
Driving.
What the hell?
I had to run to the little store. I found out 15 minutes before we were starting that I was out of tobacco treats.
And, oh, no way.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Can't
but
have
I'm sitting here going, all right, I got 15 minutes, and the store's only about 5 minutes away. So I hustle in here. I got the pup with me, and get on over there. And, of course, there's 5 people in line ahead of me.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's up to the girl. You know, there's only one to go, one girl in front of me. She buys 6 different packs of cigarettes and uses 6 credit cards to pay for all of them. I cannot make this up.
Of course, when you're in a hurry.
And no coupons? No coupons?
No, I didn't see any coupons, but 6 different debit or credit cards. I assume she was buying for other people. Otherwise, if you need 6 credit cards to buy 6 packs of smokes, it's time to quit.
Yeah, something's going wrong. It reminds me of
rob richer people.
Did you ever see that Ron White thing? He was like, I went to get a beer and they wanted a coupon. Because I don't know what the hell a coupon is, but I want a beer. Oh, boy. Yeah, today we got some subjects to talk about. We're going to be talking about racing test, the T3 Mint. I think we should talk about T3 Mint first since it happened first. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Whatever you want to do. And then we got XRP. So, if you hear any noises like planes and stuff, that's because I got my window open. Because it's warm today. And I want a little fresh air inside.
Well, I am back now, and I am open to talk about whichever topic you would like to.
Well,
this is your world, Squirrel.
Well, I first want to,
You know what I'm trying to get.
I know. First I want to thank you for doing the on-location testing.
Lose you guys.
I want to thank you for doing the on-location testing today with the van unit.
The Scruffy Mobile.
The Scruffy Mobile, yeah.
No, what happened was I got home and it switched over to Wi-Fi.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
A momentary lag.
Yeah.
Now I'm good.
Yeah, I got a little lag in there. I had a little lag one time. All right. T3 Mint. I think it went wonderful. Boy, they had a lot of vehicles.
Maybe not. Okay,
well,
hold on. Oh, well, now I hear you.
Yeah. Oh.
Are you having audio trouble, Scruffy? A little bit of noise started coming in when you got home.
It shouldn't be. I think now I can hear you just fine. Stein, do me a favor and say something.
Breaker 19 breaker.
I can't hear Stein.
See? You can't hear me.
Talking.
Well.
Oh, no.
Have him jump back.
Have him out and hop back in.
Yeah, there we go. Have him jump out. And then always some technical problems with his Twitter. With his Twitter space. But that's all right.
Elon.
We're easy over here at the Corn Mafia Guild. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but yeah, this was a different mint compared to previous cornucopias mints. quite different. I felt like one, we didn't sell out all the vehicles, which was pretty crazy. I know that we've had what didn't sell out previously. We had something not sell out, but it was like, well, I think we did end up selling them out. We just had to open up more tiers, if I'm not mistaken, right? Have we ever had anything not sell out?
I don't know. Did Scruffy get back in? Scruff, you there? Ask him if he's there, Fryler.
Can you hear Scruff? Can you hear me?
Well, he waved.
Maybe he can hear me, but we can't hear him.
Mm.
Have you accepted him as co-host? It's got like a blue dot next to him.
Oh, gee. Well, it says he's already co-host. Let me see. Request Scruffy. Yeah, he's already co-host. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Scruff. Yeah,
We cannot hear you, Scruff, if you're talking.
let me remove him from co-host.
Well, while we mess with that, what's up, Zeke? We can hear you probably.
And then I'm going to invite him as co-host.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning. How are you, man?
I'm good.
So, speaking of the T3 Mint, you might have been the luckiest participant, huh? One of, certainly, right?
I don't think what happened to me will ever happen again.
I wouldn't count on it, man. You got struck by lightning.
Wait.
So
Before we get into your crazy story, because this is absolutely the headline of the whole myth, I just want to address the irony. And that is that forever, Zeke could not get in here as a speaker. And over the weekend, I helped him troubleshoot that. And yet now I'm having problems. I think we're all good to go now, though. Yeah, it was
that is
weird.
ironic. That's true.
That's funny.
It was showing me as a speaker, but then I had the little request to speak button. Strange.
What the hell's all that noise in the back? Is Zeke actually working? Is that Zeke working?
Maybe.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, you want me to stop working?
No, well, I just wanted clear audio. That's all. I didn't want all the crackle. You can work.
I don't think it's coming from me because when I mute, I can still hear the fuzz. I felt like it came up from Scruff.
No, I think I think Zeke was working.
Yeah, Zeke was working.
I like blaming it on Scruffy better.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
I heard it before Zeke got here, but that banging was even louder. But yeah, anyways.
A lot of banging going on here at the Corn Mafia Guild Twitter space.
Especially in Zeke's neck of the woods.
Jesus. Well, yeah. Well, he's working with wood.
Zeke, share your story with us all, bro.
I think Zeke's working on a bar right now. I don't know.
That's true.
I saw it. It was all tarped in, tarpnelled. It was all plastic in. Yeah, but Zeke got some rarity there.
Well, like I said, I don't think it'll ever happen again. It was an absolute unicorn moment because I minted day 1. I minted a common. Day 2, I minted an uncommon, and then I might get this out of order. But then I minted a rare, and then a legendary, and then a mythic, and I minted the set. And then the last tier, I minted another mythic. So not only did I mint a set, but I minted 2 mythics.
That's just insane, man.
That's really good, man.
That's crazy.
Absolutely ridiculous, yeah.
I
wonder if anybody has ever minted 2 mythics in a series like that, just in one single NFT sale.
I don't think so.
We would have heard about it, right? Either that or they're just like a quiet whale.
I'm just
not only that, but then to mint every other one and get the set, like that's double.
Yeah.
Insane.
Well, I'm just surprised he just didn't send one directly into my wallet just for being a nice guy sometimes.
I tried
being a nice guy sometimes, Einstein.
Oh, I tried Stein. It got blocked. I'm sorry.
Zeke, I just want to let you know that you pretty much guaranteed now that everybody in this Twitter space hates you.
Yeah.
So I hope you're happy.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
Poor Zeke.
I love to see our fellow Mafia members.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Great
I'm going to go cry. I'll be back.
Yeah. He's going to go cry. He's going to go build himself a violin. That's what he's going to do.
That was something that you pointed out on your stream, Scruff, when you were live, was a lot of high rarities going to people that we knew And I think that's really great to see. You don't always see that. In fact, it almost seems to be the opposite sometimes. It seems like the people that showed up last minute that fudded the project end up minting really high rarities and coming back and rubbing them in your faces, while all the guys that you like really had your fingers crossed for are still pulling commons on their like 9th mint in a row. And it's just soul crushing in some ways, even though it's still a great asset to have. But you know, you're always hoping for luck, and it sucks to see it go to people that maybe you feel don't deserve it as much.
Mm. I pulled a common, a rare, and a legendary.
Yeah,
Uncommon. Uncommon. I pulled an uncommon. I don't think I got any a common. What did I pull? A common, uncommon, rare. I don't remember, but it was good.
Good pulls, man.
It was good. It was good. It was good.
Well, I also was very, very happy. I minted everything except for a mythic. Hey, Zeke, do you mind going on mute when you're not talking? Just got a little background noise.
Thanks.
Awesome. You are the man, sir. But yeah, when we were talking about topics to bring up today, I thought Freiler had a very, very good point. This mint was unlike anything else we had ever seen before. You mentioned not selling out. That's never happened before. I believe in the bobblehead mint, they did offer us bonus buy tiers, but it was also the first time that the corn points system was initiated. And honestly, the corn points side I thought went very, very smooth, and I thought it was a great way for them to integrate the points that we've been collecting. Now, again, just due to market conditions, we all know that right now is one of the slowest times out there. And that's why I think the sales were down. And then those of you guys that caught Kopi Cafe, Rob mentioned that he felt they would have sold out if their tech would have allowed to mint more than one in a tier, because apparently, I guess must have still had people wanting to mint more, right? The true believers of the project.
Yeah, I imagine. Even myself that day, I thought I was in a predicament when I thought that, because the wording in the final announcement, they said something about like rapid fire, and they were very clear that you can only buy one in each round. But I was so excited that I skipped over all that very clear talk, and I zeroed in on rapid fire, and I thought, man, how many of these am I going to be able to get? And so I was already trying to tell myself, like, where's the line, Skylar? Like, you don't need to mint every vehicle your wallet will allow. How many do you really need? And I was kind of glad to be capped at 6, because that's probably where I feel comfortable at the moment anyways. But yeah, I feel like that tier system does stop them from selling out initially, which is always a good thing before when you've got so many people trying to buy at the same time. So it kind of came back. They could
have had a last tier, which was like they should have taken a thing off from the Corn Mafia DAO, which was the last tier, buy as many as you want kind of thing.
Well, that's the problem. Their tech is locked into what they have right now. It would have taken, I think, too much work.
They should have just called Scruffy up. He would have walked them through it.
Oh, man, they messed up. Just hire Scruffy. The team's not here today.
Just give Scruffy a couple mythics, and he'll work you through the problem.
We'll work for Kopi. I know I've seen him holding that sign before.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Sure, no problem. While I'm streaming, I'll just go ahead and rework their minting tech. No problem. I'm all over that. Yeah, I mean, for the right price, like you guys said, I don't know that there's much I wouldn't do for a big old giant bag of Kopi. But
you know what I'm gonna?
I would guess though that they, if you guys look, every single mint from the first mint on, they have made some sort of change or tweak. Sometimes it's a major change, sometimes it's a little tweak. But my guess, just based on like the way they were talking about it in Kopi Cafe, is they very well may address that for the next mint.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What I think
I'm always addressing it. So
you guys gave me a great idea. We have a large, not a large, but quite a few people that like to sit at the stop signs with signs that say, give me $1 or whatever. I'm going to give the guy. I'm gonna write out a cardboard thing that says, "Will work for Kopi." I'll give the guy $5 to hold the sign at the stoplight while I take a picture of it.
Nice. I love that you're going to actually employ somebody instead of using like any of your skills in your arsenal to go and just Photoshop it.
No,
Dude, I
man.
was gonna say you guys are crazy. I already got that sign in my car. What do you? I mean, like, I'm after we're done here, I'm going down to work the corner.
Yeah, right.
Right. When you
Yeah, I was
said you
gonna
were
say,
coming
to
back
me.
from the corner store, I knew what you meant.
The corner,
you don't
corner,
you don't have to
corner.
hire anybody. I'll do it for free, Stein.
Yeah. Oh, I'll work for Kopi. I'll work for Kopi.
I'll send you a pic 5 minutes after this.
Well, the thing about this mint is the vehicle that we're getting is, or got, or has received is freaking one of my favorite ones. I
Nice.
love the look of it. I like that high tech look.
I
You
really
know?
love it from the inside. I think it's going to look great from the cockpit. I
Yeah.
prefer the bubble jet and the Bonanza myself style wise, but one thing I think about this vehicle that we'll see in the future is it's a lot rarer than the bubble jet and the Javelin. And I know it's going to be more for racing and stuff, but I think we could see it appreciate quite well too. Of course, not financial advice, and I could always be wrong, but initially people didn't value the Javelins very much. You know, we got them for free and they were selling for like 50 ADA, and now they rival the bubble jets themselves in price, you know? So I think that these guys will have a heck of a comeback when they come back and go above floor price again.
Well, and let's face it. There's a couple things I wanted to point out. One is it is currently in the highest tier of racing. Right, it's an A tier. Which the only other two vehicles, you got the free T1, obviously, that everybody can use. But then you've got the Bubble Jet OG Bonanza. So those three are going to be the fastest vehicles in the game, at least at this point in time. Not saying there won't be something else that comes out that's faster.
Right.
But also on the cusp of racing, as you mentioned, the fact that they didn't mint them all just means there's fewer of them. And when you sit there and think about supply and demand, yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
I think these are going to hockey stick here in not too distant future. I don't know how long it will take them to do the testing, to get it rolled out, to get it to where it's all in the public hands and
right.
all of us are racing all the time. But man, when that happens and new eyeballs, they just posted a new video today from somebody talking about cornucopias. I hadn't had a chance to watch it yet. I'm going to watch it right after this. But new eyeballs are getting on the project as they're starting to release these things, and yeah, more
Yeah,
more people vying for fewer top end vehicles.
definitely. And we're creeping towards, I think, a good segue into the next one, racing testing. But before we go, I just wanted to touch on too, just you mentioned briefly the way they pivoted and they added in more tiers and then they burned the remaining supply. Like, I really commend the team for always being on their feet during these times and really trying to keep their finger on the pulse of the community. Of course, you're never going to please every single person. There are people that were upset. They wanted it to shut down because they had bought all the vehicles they wanted to buy and they wanted it to be as rare as possible and preserve the value of that NFT. But there was a lot of us that just wanted to mint them all. And so I feel like they reached a fair compromise. They opened up some more tiers for us and then they burned the remaining supply, which is just, it's crazy, you know?
Real quick, just not to correct you, but Matt wanted to be very, very clear that it was
Oh,
not
yes.
actual burn.
Yeah.
They only minted the amount that they needed for each tier. So and again, it's just a technical thing. The
Yeah.
engine
Thank you
is
for
what
clarifying,
protects
though.
it.
Yeah.
There's fewer of them out there.
Yeah. It's a small difference, but it is a difference. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for correcting that.
Thank you. Thank you, Scruff.
I'm sorry. You said you had a couple of points. Did you have another point that you wanted to
The only other one I wanted to say is that the corn points was a really fantastic touch too, and another great way to reward everyone that was trying to, stay active and wasn't necessarily making OG. So, yeah, it was great.
I want them to do more of those. Something to do with the corn points. We 2 weeks ago before we took a break. We talked about the corn points, and I wish they would really do more with those.
I imagine they probably will. Again, just speculation, but they did a raffle before. They've got plenty more items that they could raffle out in the future. they talked about how in the future, and that's probably coming up sometime near, I imagine, they were going to start doing, gamified giveaways and things like that. I wonder if the corn points are going to play a role in that. Who knows?
All right. King of Segways is here to save the day.
Who's that?
What if?
Who's that?
What if
Who's that?
they allowed you to use corn points? Once they get past, like, say, the OGs, what if they used corn points to allow people to bump themselves up the list in the testing pecking order?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
That might be a great idea to drop in the suggestions channel in case they hadn't thought of that.
Mind
Scruffy.
blown. Yes, sir.
Before you move on to your next topic, I wanted to point out on the T3 Mint how incredibly stacked the Corn Mafia vehicle DAO wallet is with rarities.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
It's
What a great
very,
opportunity they've had to accumulate,
very
huh?
impressive. Yeah.
We absolutely killed it. And I want to really give this moment to shout out to all of the people that sold vehicles back to the DAO at crazy low prices. And everybody really, really pitched in. And, again, uh, just because engagement has been down, we had sold fewer tokens up to that point than we had hoped for. We weren't really sure. This is a downtime. Nobody exactly knows where it's going to go, but we had a little bit lower bag to go into the sale than we had initially anticipated. But we made up all of that difference and tons more. We've got over 100 vehicles. We've got 3 mythics. We've got a ton of legendary. I don't have the exact numbers, but I want to thank the community for helping out. And anybody who has a DAO token right now is ridiculously happy. And anybody that doesn't, you can still go mint them right now, cornucopiasguild.io. And I believe we've got about 3 more weeks until the policy closes.
Did you say Cornucopias Guild is Corn Mafia?
I probably did. I don't know what
I do that all the time. Cornmafiaguild.io.
Cornmafiaguild.io.
I heard Corn Mafia, but maybe I'm tripping.
I don't know.
Maybe Stein's hitting the peyote. I don't know.
I don't know.
If I said the
It's
wrong
kicking
thing,
in.
I apologize.
It's kicking in.
Cornmafiaguild.io. You can still mint your tokens. Getting them at mint price is going to be a steal. Again, not financial advice, but we got some assets. Feel free. We've got the wallet posted and all that good stuff. Okay, I'm done with my
spiel. Your shtick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was good. Man. I don't know. I just really enjoyed that last mint. I thought it was exciting. I forgot it was going the full day.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
well, 4.5 hour stream for me. But I do also want to thank everybody who came out and watched the stream. I know a lot of you guys were there for the whole bit, and I really, really, really appreciate the support. So does the YouTube algorithm.
Yes. Well, I forgot about it, but I had things to do anyway. So as soon as I minted my first one, I was like, oh, okay. And then I went and did all my stuff I had to do, run into town, buy food, all that stuff. I came back and I was like, oh, I wonder what's going on. Oh, Scruffy's still streaming. Oh, crap, the thing's still going on. So I was like, shit, I got to get back in there. No, I minted a few for the DAO. So, yeah, that was good. All right. Moving on. Let's, I guess we can talk about race testing now, huh? Little.
Yeah, I take it everyone probably saw Crypto Crow's video yesterday, huh?
I did not.
Oh, really? Yeah,
No.
Well, he got, I think, the first known build of the game that went out to anybody. So he was talking about, he didn't show a lot. He shared like a couple of screenshots that didn't show too much more than we've seen. But yeah, he was saying that he was really blown away and just really hyping it up. And yeah, we saw a decent pump in Kopi off of it too.
Well, I think they should have had Scruffy first.
Hopefully I won't be too far behind. I'm sorry?
I said, what's telling us that Scruffy doesn't have it? Who knows, man?
Well, no, but, the thing is, Crypto Crow is, I don't know, I guess he's like an ambassador or whatever. I mean, I
or
have,
cornucopias. So I think
yeah,
that's a different project.
yeah, corn. Yeah, he's with the corn.
We're in cornucopias. I think cornucopias is
Yeah.
something else.
Well, yeah, well, tomato, tomato. All right,
Look, here's the
cornucopias.
way
Shit.
here's the way I look at it, right? I've got 650 subscribers, which isn't a bad little start. He's got 161,000. So if they choose to get it to him before I get my hands on it, I'm certainly going to understand that. But yeah, hopefully I'll get a chance to get my hands on it fairly soon
Yeah.
and get to run it through its paces and walk around and check out some of the goodies and things like that. And then hopefully they'll be, releasing it. I believe the plan is the OGs and then vehicle rarities and things like that. But, I've seen a lot of people posting in various places. And I think patience is the key, right? We hear them talk about it saying, oh, on Monday we want to try and get out to, a very select group of people. And then here's our time. After that, we're going to go to this and go to that. We have to remember this is like a triple A game, right? So they may need to make some changes along the way. They may want to really give each group some kind of time before they move on, and then they may need to make more changes. I know that in the in the mobile game, we got it. And they were trying to actively make changes as they were being reported. We'd give feedback. There was some sort of feedback form, and we'd tell them, hey, this might be a little bit off, or this, could be better, or that, or what, And ultimately, if I'm not mistaken, they shut it down for, I don't know, a week or two to be able to work on stuff. And then, they did another group and we came back in. So all this to say is I know it's very exciting when they start talking about it, uh, but it may take a little bit longer than some people are anticipating. So let's all try to be patient. We've been waiting a year and a half or 2 years for this, some of us. And I love the excitement, and trust me, nobody's more excited than me. I was hoping that based on Kopi Cafe, maybe Monday I'd get my hands on it, but um, we just got to realize there's a process and kind of let them go through that.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
I want to ask a question now. That mobile game, it was very Western orientated, I guess. Shooting from a train. Do you think they're just going to ditch that whole thing? Because it kind of looked weird. Are they going to ditch that and just say, "Hey, here's a mobile racing game platform"?
Well, they talked a bit about it, and the new mobile game is going to be entirely different. It's not going to be that game at all. But they talked about maybe having that as like a web game in the future and not just like completely tossing it in the trash bin. But it doesn't seem like it's at the forefront of their radar right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, last I heard, they put it on the back burner, right? They're kind of shelving it for now. Um, like Fryler said, that one was developed in Unity. And they had done that to kind of, I believe, to optimize it to be able to run real fast on a mobile and to be able to run on, lower end mobile devices. We ran into that same problem. Previous company that I had, we developed an app that did fingerprint biometrics and things like that. And you got to take into account, especially when you're talking about all over the world. And I know they've got partners in some other places in the world. And not everybody can afford to buy like the latest and greatest iPhone, right? So they got to make sure it works on all these other devices. So I think that was the thinking behind Unity. And then I think the feedback came out and they're like, oh, well, the graphics are really kind of subpar and this could be better. And they just felt like they weren't putting their best foot forward. At least that's the take that I got from all the things I saw them
Yeah.
saying about it.
I
And
Yeah, I
as
agree.
I understand that the next version, I believe they're planning, at least as of now, to try and do it in Unreal Engine also.
I hope so. I mean, I can play Call of Duty on my phone, or one of those PUBG. I can do anything on
Yeah,
my phone.
Fortnite, lots of those games.
Right. And so, I'm thinking something like that. I have no idea if it will be a full-on, UE5 optimized mobile app, or,
I hope so.
if it'll be some sort of, thing where you have like a custom web browser within the app and it plays through a browser, or, I know there's all kinds of different ways they can do it behind the scenes to optimize it and make it run on things. So, but as Frother said, I don't think that's their main concern right now.
Yeah, it would probably be some time before we see the mobile game popping up again. Just assumptions on my part, of course. They could talk about it tomorrow just to make me look stupid.
Yeah, well, you know what they say about assuming?
I do that myself.
It makes you an asshole.
That's exactly
what
phrase.
they do. Yes,
Wasn't that the phrase?
Yeah, that's how they do it.
If you assume, fuck you.
That came from, I don't know where it came from, but the first time I saw that was on The Odd Couple.
But to be honest, I think it's a very smart move.
I do too. Yeah.
I was very worried, and they had mentioned this in plenty of Kopi cafes back then, that there could be a lot of confusion out there, that people might think that that's what cornucopias is. So I think, doing the work on the PC version is for sure the way to go.
Yeah, when you look at like what we could have gotten with that mobile release versus what we're getting with this racing game / theme zone release, no comparison, right? Like this was the way to go 100%. Like the team made the right call, pushing it back, putting in the work, and getting to this point first. So,
well, I hope they optimize it for Apple Studio or Apple M1s with the new software.
They're really worried about you being able to play Stein. So,
well, no, Apple came out when they had the last convention thing, the last release, that they have that software that you can just plug into your games or whatever. I don't know.
Go rewatch Kopi Cafe, the last Kopi Cafe, and you'll see what they think about Apple.
Oh, what
they specifically mention that.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Probably because I just went to the leaks. Hello.
Wait, speaking about leaks, let's bring it back to race testing for a second. You must have seen the videos, or maybe you did, Scruffy, but in that video, Crypto Crow talks about a new vehicle that he saw that we're not going to see for a while.
Yes, he did. I saw the video, yes, and yes, he talked about a new vehicle that we'll see.
Yeah, so that's kind of like a leak on the Crypto Crow show.
Well, cool, man. I have a sneaking suspicion I know what it is. If you guys go back and look at the dev updates, that may give us some insight.
What was the name of that vehicle again?
Hold on, let me see if I can pull up the dev updates. I don't know for sure. I know that they had 2 or 3 vehicles named. They had some that were like work in progress or something like that, or unnamed. Hold on, let me see if I can find the most recent dev update.
I wonder if you're going to be able to,
like a crazy high class.
If you smash up your vehicles and stuff, and they say you can repair them. I'm wondering if we can, like after like a year of playing the game, you just drive around in a vehicle that's been smashed up so it's just like a big piece of shit, and you're just driving it around like an old Honda.
Just dragging the thrusters on the ground.
Yeah, right. Just one engine just pulling up sparks off the ground.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm looking at the May dev update, which I believe that's the last one, or was there a June one? I can't remember. There may be one newer than these, but on here they have listed as the 2020 Genesis Dolphin. That is a C class. The Bubblejet Prima, that is an E class. So I don't think it's either of those.
No, it's not them. We've seen the Prima.
Here we go. This would be my guess. Okay. Because he said it's super crazy fast, faster than anything, and they'd have to, build a new track for it. There is only one that is listed as an X class vehicle, which should be higher than A. I know it's weird, but
that's interesting.
that would be the 2023 GTI Jester X class showroom model. And if you guys caught my video on that, I mentioned that may be super ridiculous rare just because it's a showroom model edition. I don't know. They may have some sort of, you may only be able to get that by like winning a certain amount of races or by winning some sort of seasonal cup, or I don't know. I'm just hypothesizing here. but it is an X class. It's the only one that we've seen that's labeled as an X class, and it says showroom model. So my guess is it ain't gonna be cheap.
Exciting.
Yeah, that'd be cool. A super exclusive vehicle to pine
Yep.
after.
There'll be no pining. No pining. But
What's up, Eric?
Is
Hey, what's
Eric
up,
up here?
everybody? Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Oh, hey, what's up, Eric?
What's up, son? Hey, question. Well, your thoughts. Do you guys remember in one of the Kopi cafes when I think Dave mentioned about lore surrounding when you get injured in racing? Like, but he didn't want to touch on it.
Yeah, that was fairly recently, right? He talked about how respawning and, regenerating your body was tied into the lore.
What do you guys think that'll, just speculation. What do you think is
I
part of the story, especially about? Because I'm interested what is going on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
I
From
think
a
we're
lore
all
perspective.
I think we're all clones, and when you crash your vehicle, you just get recloned in some sort of cloning tube facility, probably Kopi Labs. They take you out on the treadmill, they or the assembly line, whatever, and then they just put you in your vehicle and download your consciousness into the new player.
Oh,
I like it.
Hmm.
that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Well, we know that we're dealing with, huge technological advancements. So I assumed it would be something along those lines. I hadn't really given it a lot of thought like Scruffy, but I mean, I would
Oh
buy
no,
that.
I just came up with that
That
on
was
the
off
spot.
the cuff, man. Couldn't you
Yeah,
tell?
that
Oh,
was
wow. Right off
That
the
Jeez.
was
scruff.
pretty good. Scruffy.
Yeah, Scruff's on the ball today. He's just like flying off with fairies and shit right off
They
the.
need to hire you as a lore
I
reader.
know, right? They got to get you on the team over there. What do you think about this, Scruff? Right on it, right on the Zoom call. Be like, hey, this is what I think. Shit, that would be
I could
good.
come up with some stories.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's
But
good.
Scruffy, that was cool the way you got emotional reading the lore on your stream.
That
Remember
was
you?
super cool. I thought
That
I
was
was
cool.
getting like a Cornucopies exclusive. And then Rob's like, yeah, I released it 14 hours ago. But, again, it was while I was asleep. And then I get up and I'm all getting ready for the stream. So I hadn't even seen it yet. So apparently there's probably other people out there that could have read it before then. But I felt very fortunate to be able to bring that to the audience, as quickly as I could anyway.
Eric, to bring up your point about the lore and things, in that Kopi Cafe episode, Rob mentioned, your character might have to go out to the hospital. So there's going to be some damage to
Oh,
our characters as well. You get into
that's what
a
I
bad
was
enough
thinking.
accident, you're going to be sent to the hospital.
I wonder if
Cause
it'll be like Grand Theft Auto where you just like wake up on the hospital steps right outside emergency and that's, where your character comes back. A lot of money gone.
And your wallet's empty. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
Sounds like my mugging.
because there was a medical center that we saw, right? Like in the leaks. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember though. Some type of medical center or something. I can't remember. I gotta go back.
I thought
I
that was
want
a
them to have
Copy
the
Labs.
animation. I want them to have the animation where they actually airlift you off the track, and then like it shows it landing at the hospital, and then you got to make your way back to the track for another race or something like that. I mean, I would assume they talk
Get
about
on the
vehicles,
bus.
right?
It sucks.
But yeah, I mean, I would assume your vehicle's going to take damage as you kind of rub and bump the walls. But they've shown us, excuse me, in one of their leaks, they showed like a crash test dummy version apparently where you smack into the wall and the whole thing just explodes. Yeah, I would think after that you would definitely need a trip to the hospital or the reclone facility or something.
I think it'd be pretty cool if you could
That's so cool.
catch
That's
on
so
fire
cool.
and run around the track. And you
Help
Help
me,
me,
Oprah
Tom
Winfrey.
Cruise.
Help me, baby Jesus. Help me.
Talladega. That's what they need, a Talladega Raceway.
I hope there's a Ricky Bobby skin one day. That'd be great.
Oh,
Look, I live literally about 20 minutes away from Talladega. Maybe 45 on race day.
Oh, you can
Okay?
probably hear that from your house.
No, not quite.
No.
But I'm just saying, when they start opening up custom domes, maybe I could put a miniaturized version. I know they're not going to be big enough for racing, but maybe we could do something like some little RC cars in there or something, and maybe I could do a reproduction of Talladega. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
An idea.
Yeah. Here we go. Talladega. All right.
Walk down there and get the specs from the.
Yeah, I think they got it online, don't they? They probably got it. They probably already have a freaking Talladega UE5 engine somewhere.
Probably. I mean, if they've got every single deck of the Starship Enterprise mapped out in 3D, I'm sure that somewhere you can find the specs to Talladega.
Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah, sir. Yeah. The testing, how long is the testing going to go, I wonder?
None of us know. I don't know that the team knows, to be honest. Like I said, I've worked on several projects, whether it's the previous thing or some pet projects. And I'm sorry, the previous thing that I mentioned, the app that we built, the biometric. And it always takes a lot longer than you think and expect it to. So however long each person envisions it, just double it, and then probably add another 20% for good measure.
I never run into that problem anywhere in my life.
He says he's remodeling an entire basement. I see what you did there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know that the team even knows, right? I mean, if it goes really well, obviously they may be able to move a little quicker. If you run into, they're planning for bugs. They know that's going to happen. That's every game development that's ever happened in the history of video games. But if there's a few more, then it may take a little longer.
Yeah.
But I think this is good. This gives us a test. This gives us a use case for the testing, right? So that when they start rolling out things like land and custom domes and our home bubbles, what we're seeing now is kind of shaping.
You all right there, bud?
That testing process. And so when those things come out, we'll have a little bit better idea. Sorry, did I cut out?
Yeah, just a bit. Sound like you swallowed another bug.
No, I had a phone call.
Oh. Well, I just want to know when game.
Josh mentioned, I think it was Josh mentioned in Kopi Cafe, they were having problems with certification certs. And I know in my daily job, what I do in my fiat mind, dealing with those server certs is the biggest pain in the world. And when he said that, I'm like, yeah, I know it's going to take a little bit for them to get those certs. And that's going to be a delay because on my particular daily job, that is the most painful part of my job. So I know that's going to be crazy.
Yep. Tough to speed up red tape.
Yep.
Well, okay. What about XRP? What's going on with that? Because I have no idea what's going on with XRP.
Oh, not much.
Okay, great. Let's move on.
Just changing the landscape of everything we know across crypto. No big deal.
Yeah.
Hopefully, adding some regulatory clarity.
Oh.
So from my understanding, they said that basically selling XRP through an exchange wasn't a security, but selling it directly to investors was.
Oh, okay.
So,
yep, that's the long and short of it. I was coming up to give you that information myself.
Who the hell's that?
That's
What do you mean? That's Sheridan.
Sheridan.
Yeah,
Hi, Sheridan.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm Sheridan here.
Well, thanks for letting us know.
You didn't introduce yourself. That's the problem.
Yeah,
I know, right? I know, right? That's a mistake. I'm a little
My
too
name
cocky.
is Sheridan, and I'm a Copieholic.
I'm a Copieholic, yes.
Hi, Sheridan.
Yes.
Welcome, Sheridan. This is a safe place, Sheridan.
I first got Kopi from Drip Drops.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
And today we're giving our 400-day chip to Sheridan.
Yeah.
Don't forget to work the program.
Mm.
Don't let it work you.
After
Makers make it, guys.
I got the Kobe from Drip Drop, I started min swapping it.
I actually
just a
take
bit.
this SEC ruling to be really good news for the space. It means that the SEC isn't straight cutting off the space, especially to independent developers. But they don't want to see institutions dominating the space before innovations can actually bring it to fruition. I think this is a really measured and nuanced ruling.
Well, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that it's going to have a ripple effect.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, sorry. I had to throw one dad joke in there. Anyway, no, seriously though. I mean, you look at some of these other, Coinbase and Binance lawsuits. This is going to have an impact on those lawsuits directly. In fact, in a pre-motion hearing on Coinbase, one of the judges was quoted as mentioning the Ripple case already, and it was like 2 days after. So they're setting a precedent here moving forward. Now, as far as clarity goes, it's kind of a double-edged sword, I feel like, right? Like, on the one hand, you think, great, it's a win for crypto, and that's wonderful. But they still really didn't define what a security in crypto is. They just said XRP isn't one, when it's sold on exchanges. And so, you could almost look at it and say, man, if it went the other way, then we would know. We would have definitive proof that this constitutes one. So ultimately, I think it's good for crypto, but it still may lengthen the process a little bit until we get exact clarification on what it is. But I do think that it will help stimulate actual legislation to come out and get some sort of bill passed that gives more definitive clarification moving forward. And that's when we get the institutional investors, and that's when we start the next bull run.
Yeah, 100%. I was just going to say, I totally agree with all that. And I'm hoping that it ends up being just like perfect timing for all that. Because like you said, we've got a foothold now for the rest of the battle. So I hope it keeps going our way.
Is that it?
Ask me if that's it when I'm done talking, Stein. Did I shut up? Yeah, that's it.
Well, man, I'm wondering, you left some dead air there. So, okay.
We'll pick it up, man.
Well, I don't know enough about
Stein.
I don't know enough about XRP, so it wasn't my subject. So just
we'll just fill the space.
Fill the space. I want to fill the space with Corn Mafia vehicle DAO.
I was gonna say this space is pretty dang filled. Good job, guys.
So.
Oh wow!
I want some people that are listening here that may not know about the vehicle DAO to know about it, and I think our DAO, one of our DAO leaders, is here, Scruffy. He can talk a little bit about that. More.
Seven is also here. Glad to see Seven hanging out with us today.
Yep.
He's another DAO board member, and I know he's been a little under the weather lately, so hope you're feeling a little bit better, brother.
He's dropping a track for us today too, hopefully, right? Or maybe it dropped while I was in this space, but
I think if we all reach out to him and tell him how much we want the track to drop, I think
you got to go comment on that tweet. Yeah. Let him know we want it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Got to hear it. Got to have it, man. But
we need it.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys want me to speak more towards XRP or if you want to go back to the vehicle DAO. I mean,
Stein missed your shield earlier, I guess.
They're kind of related, right? I mean, a rising tide raises all ships, or however they say it. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is that we've already seen increases in crypto kind of across the board. In the middle of summer, which is notoriously kind of a downtime, right? People go off, they go on vacations, they're traveling with the family, there's holidays, there's things like that. So they tend to check out a little more, for the 3 months during the summer. Not to say there isn't action, it's just not nearly as chaotic. And for a bombshell like this to drop, a catalyst in the upwards direction, I think that means that we are primed for, maybe starting a little bit of a pre-bull run in the fall. And it kind of is nice that it lines up with all the con seasons, right? Because you've got Rare coming up at the end of August, and then you've got NFT Las Vegas at the end of September. And that should be when people are just kind of really, really hardcore getting back into crypto. We've just had this XRP ruling. And so, obviously as ADA rises, right, those bags help get, they're a little depleted right now, right? And, that helps ADA rise, which consequently, raises the value of NFTs and things like that. So I guess my point is again, not financial advice, but it seems like right now could be a prime time to go after those assets that you've been looking for, whether it's vehicle tokens or land or actual vehicles or domes or whatever, wherever you think the best value is. And obviously, if somebody isn't able to afford 100 vehicles, which there's only about 2 or 3 of us out there that can, and I say us, not me. But it's a good way to get multiple versions of a particular asset. And let's face it, we're not going to have another DAO for a long, long, long time, right? Like, just so you guys know, there isn't another one planned until they start releasing the next 3 themed zones, right? We've already sold the first 3. Solace, Esperanza, and Fortune, right? They haven't even released those yet. We're hoping those are coming maybe into this year, beginning next year. We don't know. But we have no more DAOs planned until the next time that they have like a land sale. So this is kind of last chance to get a DAO token at mint price.
Absolutely is the last time, especially because racing is just around the corner. And I still think that we have a little bit sideways to go at the very least. I know there's a few companies that have chosen to delist ADA, and that action is going to happen in September, meaning millions of ADA worth of retail money is going to be forcibly liquidated, which will push the price down.
Maybe. But let's look what happened to XRP. XRP is already getting relisted on other ones. And I know right now, yeah, they may be planning on delisting ADA right now, but if some of these other judgments happen, you never know in crypto, right? One little thing can come out and can change all of that. And like you said, short term might be a little bit more sideways action. I don't disagree with that at all. But and could ADA dip between now and then? Absolutely. It's always could. That's why I like the people like, Stein, what's the guy that you work on his, you're a mod for his
Rob
channel.
from Digital Asset News.
Rob, Digital Asset News. I was thinking Dan does crypto. But yeah, he's a big believer of dollar cost averaging in, right? And that's a good way to do it, right? It helps you allocate those funds over time instead of, in big chunks. And again, none of this obviously financial advice, but I just happen to like his methodology of dollar cost averaging.
Yeah, I
that
do.
way these
I
peaks
do
and
too.
valleys aren't so, debilitating for some people.
But he did also say the next bull run he's selling out. He's selling out and stopping the
He's had
show.
enough cycles that he can just be done. Good for him. That's the way you want to go one day, right? Like,
well, you got to have an exit
my plan.
Yeah, you got to have an exit plan, else you're just going to be doing this game for the rest of your life.
Right. I hope to wake up one day on a yacht and be like, why the hell did I name this the Seacorn? What is that? What does that even mean? Who are you people?
It's the sea cucumber's cousin. I love it.
Nice.
It just got gold corn statues everywhere. I was like, I was really into corn last year. I don't know what's going on.
Well, yeah, dude, my exit strategy is, basically to play till I'm 98 in cornucopias. And then, yeah, at some point, maybe I cash out, maybe I don't. Who knows? Maybe I just leave it all to my family. I don't know.
98 in human years or crypto years?
Well, I was thinking human years, but yeah, in
I'm
crypto
already
years.
Dang.
That's like next week, right?
I was gonna say crypto years, you're almost there, but
Oh boy, I don't know
Yeah.
what to do with you guys.
Yeah.
Let's talk about racing.
We already did.
Did I
well,
miss
let's
that
do
bit?
it again.
We already did. We only.
Sheridan, go ahead. You have the
Well,
floor, sir.
yeah. Go ahead. We got 5 minutes left. So
Oh my gosh. Well, the desktop launcher is supposed to be coming out sometime. And I'm starting to think more and more now that the team is just sending out the launcher with the early build to people, and it's just going to be, you'll get both of them when you get chosen to join the testing group.
The Chosen, I like that.
Chosen. It was announced on minor announcements, and my presumption was pretty accurate. Literally hours before, I was explaining to someone that it's currently in like an internal phase testing, kind of with the OGs, and apparently influencers as well. So that's like the final internal phase, and then it will get to the public testing with Mythic NFTs.
I'm not sure that that's quite the
That's what I described a few hours before the announcement. When it was
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely what they're gonna
absolutely
do.
terrified. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It sounds to me more like their internal testing is the actual team itself, right? When they say internal. And then, public testing is a limited amount of the public, right? It's a select group of the public. And then it's another select group of the public, right? OGs. And then it's another select group of the public, which is, mythic vehicle holders or whatever, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is, it's all starting, at least.
It's coming.
Cryptocurrency video, proves that. So it's only a matter of time.
I mean, worst case scenario, a lot of us are going to con at the end of September, right? So we only got to wait that long to get our Kopi fix at the very longest.
I was going to say, I would be surprised if they don't have a booth set up with all that stuff going, right? I mean,
Making me FOMO over here, guys. I gotta secure a mortgage deal. I can't be going out to Vegas this year.
Oh, man.
oh man.
Oh boy.
Dang it.
Oh boy.
Oh man,
Sheesh.
can't go to dinner again.
Next
Well, you'll
year,
be-
though. Next year, I'll definitely be going again, no doubt.
Hopefully we're all testing anyways before then, so you're not missing out on much.
I can't go back to Vegas. They won't let me.
Well, what we'll do is we'll bring like a little iPad on one of those Segways, and we'll let you just drive around virtually with your face.
Yeah, do a Sheldon.
Oh, definitely the Mafia VC.
There you go.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, do a Sheldon from
Drive
Big Bang
Discord around
Theory.
a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'd like that. Just drive me
Since
around.
I'm your underboss, we can just tape it to my chest, the iPad.
Yeah, right? Just here, you have to wear this.
And you can like direct him. You're like, no, go over there, take a right, take a right.
Yeah, just pause it when you go in the urinal, all right? I don't need to have a shot of the front of the urinal.
But it's okay when you're in the stall.
Yeah, in the stall's fine. I can look at the door, but I don't want to look at the front of the urinal. Oh my God.
Have the camera facing out and the voice text like all big so people can read what we're typing.
Well, the problem is if I went to CNFTCon or NFTCon, I would probably be not available most of the time. I don't think I would. I would be sucked into my gambling habit, and I'd be like, "Where's Stein? I don't know. He's probably sitting at a poker table, or
He's losing all his Kopi at
probably at the Bellagio.
Texas Hold'em table.
I'd go hook up with Andrew Nemi over at Bellagio. But that's the end of the show, guys. We got 1 minute and 40 seconds left, and I want everybody to know that it has been a pleasure having you all here today. And I want to let my co-hosts, Stein and that's me.
Wow.
Boy,
Wow.
I'm really on my box today. I want
I'm
to.
schizophrenic, and so is he.
Right. I love that one. Scruffy and Fryler to have their piece and say what they wanted to say before we sign off. Go, boys.
Well, see, you didn't give us an order, so we're both waiting for the other one.
We're too polite, dang it. Now that's
Simon says.
No, I just want to thank everybody for being here, as always. I want to thank all the support I got through the mints. Testing is coming, maybe a little bit longer than we hoped and thought, but man, it's a good time to be in cornucopias, baby.
Mm-hmm. I agree
Yep,
with that.
I echo those sentiments. Let's take it away, 7.
No. Don't. You
only get to say that?
That's all you're going to say?
I got to vamp a little bit more before I can.
You got to vamp, man.
7.
You got 30 seconds to go. Vamp. Vamp.
Well, I want to thank everyone individually then. Eric, Zeke, Sheridan, Tizzy, 7. Oh, and that's the end of the show, guys.
Cheater.
Take it away, 7.
Cheater.
Yeah, you cheated.
This has been a Corn Mafia Guild Twitter space with your hosts, Stein and Freiler. Please join us every Wednesday at the same time, 5 p.m. UTC. We would like to thank all of our guests for their insights and input on today's topics. We also would like to thank all of you, our listeners, for taking time out from your busy day to join us. A full audio version of this conversation will be provided on our YouTube channel. You can find out more about the Corn Mafia Guild at our website, cornmafiaguild.io. So, until next week, thank you again, and have a great day.